affordable housing,
selling a home with solar,
and praise predictions.
And that's what we're talking about today.
I think we should chat about it.
Let's roll.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rob and Ange Real Estate Show. I'm Angela O'Hare, your favorite Las Vegas realtor.
And I'm Rob Hau, Rockstar Realtor.
And welcome to episode 20. Bente, 20. Can you believe it?
20 episodes, yeah.
And it's been 3 weeks since we've had a real show and 3 weeks since I've seen you.
It's been 3 weeks. We haven't seen each other.
I haven't seen Rob in a long time.
Yeah.
Our hair grew in just those 3 weeks.
Yeah, I feel like we're having
longer hairs.
Want to be two hippies here?
That's right.
The rock star realtor's turning into a hippie?
That's right. I am. It's just experimental in my life. Why not? I'm allowed to do it.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah.
And I want to do it.
Exactly. You have no one else to tell you no.
That's right. For the most part.
Right?
Except for my mother. But she has been complimenting me lately, which is...
Oh, really? Did she say anything about your hair?
She has, yes. She said I look like a girl this morning with a beard. She told me I look like a girl with a beard this morning, so... But I think she meant it as a compliment, ironically, so...
Well, it's 2021. This is our first time in 2021 after 10 days of the new year that we are seeing each other.
Yep.
Kind of crazy.
I know people already want to return their free trial of 2021. It's happening fast.
Yeah, it's going to be over before we know it.
Right? Oh, last year certainly was.
My days are flying already.
I mean, even though last year, you know how it is. It's like in the moment, it feels like things are taking forever. But my goodness, when you're busy and you're just going, I mean, it did fly by actually.
Yeah. And it's going to be the same, I think, this year as well.
Have you done anything recently that you can mention other than work your tail off?
Nope. I tried to take a couple of days, week off or so, and was able to get some rest.
Yeah.
But
good.
As soon as the new year was over, that was history.
The ship was sailing again, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's what busy people do. That's what people do who are kicking ass.
I'm not as fortunate as you to take a couple times to go skiing.
Yes, I went snowboarding. And really, it was the first time that I've gone multiple days of snowboarding. So I actually started getting better at it. I didn't start snowboarding when I was young. I started when I was later. I skied when I was young, and now I've been snowboarding. But I always only could go out for a day, and then it would be like months before I would go back out again. So this time was multiple days, two different trips.
Nice.
And one of those trips was the first time I ever skied in actual snow after it was snowing all day. It was like great. It was like you could just fall and it wouldn't worry about it. You know, you're in this powder. It's great.
While you were having fun, I was working my tail off.
Well, yeah, you know, I had a little work to do too, but it wasn't too bad. I set it up well, and I think timing was right for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's awesome that you're staying busy, because that means around the corner you'll be able to do whatever you want.
Yeah, stay tuned to news on that.
Yeah.
I will be going over that probably in the next week or two. I have some big news.
All right.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that, we finally got back together to record the Rob and Ange Real Estate Show. Did you miss us? Did you miss the picture of the week? This one is actually quite funny.
Yep.
Right?
We find the good ones.
You want to go over it?
Yeah. Well, this picture is clearly showing that the bathroom is nice. It's not a bad bathroom.
Yeah, the house actually looks nice.
Yeah, and there was lots of pictures like this, right? So they took pictures of a picture. I mean, what?
It looks like it was a screenshot. So it looks like, on that thing where you can crop it and
edit it.
It looks like they took a screenshot of the house.
So they didn't know how to download the pictures to the...
I don't know. What are you doing?
Do you not know a 4-year-old that would know how to do this? Because, I mean, I don't think it's that difficult.
Right.
And, if I was the owner of this home, I would be pretty
disgusted
by seeing this. This is a nice looking home from what I can tell.
Yep.
And, there's no excuse for that.
No, not at all. So if you have a real estate agent that takes pictures of your house like that, I would speak up right away.
Sayonara.
Bye. See you later.
Time to go.
Yep.
And really, I mean, this isn't acceptable on Craigslist, let alone on the multiple listing service. Okay?
Right.
Fire that agent.
And hire us instead.
Peace out.
Now, what brings us is the tip of the week. And lately, I've had a couple sellers that have solar on their homes, and they're leased solar. So the tip is, should I sell my home, or how should I sell my home with solar? Right?
Right. Well, I think generally solar is wonderful. But there are some things to look out for, and as you're learning, and as I've been along the way, there's still I've dealt with a lot of solar, but there's always little things,
Yeah, we always learn, but the key takeaway, in my opinion, is if you have a home with solar and it's leased, 9 times out of 10, it's going to take a little longer to sell compared to a home that has owned solar.
Owned solar is better, especially if there's a loan still on that solar and you're paying it off through the sale.
Right.
So that would be my number one recommendation, is that if you're selling a home with solar and you own it and you have a mortgage on it, you're making payments, then when you sell the home, ideally you can pay off the loan. And then now that new buyer is really excited because they get all that benefit of not having a loan, and it's great. The other way is to just keep the loan there, and then the buyer takes it over, which is still better in my opinion than my least favorite, the lease.
Yeah.
The lease, you want to make sure that if you're putting a leased solar system on your home, that it is done correctly, because there's companies out there taking advantage of people.
Yeah, especially one of my clients have it through Tesla, and it's based off of the energy consumed. So basically, it really is not a lease. It's just off of energy uses, and they have to use to the term like 15 years. And then after 15 years, it goes back to Tesla, and they can't even buy it out.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
Yes.
The tip is...
Read the fine lines.
It's one thing. A lot of people are excited about solar, and they should be. In Las Vegas, we really should be excited about solar. Solar should be the reason why our energy prices do not fluctuate much. We should not be seeing high prices for energy in Las Vegas, because I believe that the sun should be our friend.
Yes.
As it is with solar.
360 days of sunshine,
right,
solar should be your friend.
But these companies have started to understand this, and what they do is basically they skim off the top. So they put a solar unit on multiple houses. They get people to do this, and then you pay them for that energy that you use, but then they're taking and selling back the extra energy to Nevada Power. So they're getting
double dipping,
and they get that for a long time, and potentially for many, many years. That is a terrible way to do it. It's not even a lease, like you said. It's not really a lease.
Yeah, it's energy consumption.
It's just, hey, look, I got these panels on my roof, and I pay them and somebody else for my power. It might be a little cheaper. I think it is. I generally think people go, okay, that's a little cheaper.
Yeah, your energy bill is cheaper. However, you got to think of the long run as, am I going to be selling my home? Am I going to keep the home for 20 years with the solar panels?
Right.
I mean, what is your long-term goals? If you don't plan on staying in the home longer than 5 years, then in my opinion, it's silly to buy the solar.
Absolutely. General rule of thumb too is, don't make encumbrances that'll be a problem for your home.
Don't buy into problems.
Yes.
Let me slap a problem on my house. Slap an albatross around my neck. I mean, no, you don't want that. You don't want to have that. What you want is things that make your life better, that make things more affordable, that make the sale of your home much easier. And like, for example, on my home, when it comes time to sell it, I have solar, and that's going to grease the wheel, because I own that solar.
Right.
It makes my value go up, and now it makes the home more appealing to buyers.
Exactly. So word to the wise. If you're thinking about selling your home and you have solar, you can always give us a call and find out what are the best tips and tricks for it.
It can all be done. It's just be aware. And really, this is probably like, hey, before you get solar, think about a few things.
Yes.
And if you're just curious what we think about that before you get the solar, we'll tell you.
All right. The moment you've been waiting for, right? The market update.
Market updating.
From the week of January 3rd through the 9th, there were 559 single-family homes that sold that week. compared to the week before, which is right at the end of December, there were 635 homes. So we had a very slow first week of January with a 76 home decrease.
Yeah.
Which is, kind of understandable. It revved up for the numbers.
You've got holidays in there.
Yeah. And stay tuned to my channel where we will be posting the market update for December 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for that.
Yeah. I can't wait to go over that. And then for luxury homes, there were only 11 that sold, which is the lowest that we've ever seen compared to the week before of 23. So that was a 12 home decrease also in the luxury market. What
do
can
you
expect?
say?
Yeah.
Maybe Pray will shed some light on that.
Yeah. So that's it for the market update. It was pretty slow. I feel it picking back up. A lot of Californians are still wanting to relocate here. And the biggest trend right now is new home construction.
Yeah.
New home construction because our inventory
Is so low.
It's extremely low.
in
The There are a lot of new housing projects
Yeah.
going on in the Las Vegas Valley with the whole inventory shortage. There's some builders building housing, but the most important thing is having more affordable housing.
Affordable housing is
Well,
non-existent,
Right.
basically.
Yes. So what's going on with that? There's a whole new project happening.
There is a project. It's going to take some time, but this is interesting because it's at the old, what was called Wonder World. And it was a shopping center in an area off of Decatur and Vegas, 1501 North Decatur, I believe.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid. I've been there when I was a kid. But this is a pretty large piece of property that the city or the county, excuse me for not remembering which one, they sold the property for $1. They sold it to the developer for $1 because this developer is promising to do affordable housing. It's going to be like towers, almost like condominiums.
Right.
There's going to be like an amenity center or a community center involved in it as well. I think it's for 44 to 65% of the medium income that you have to be at, some ratio like that, in order to be able to live in there and purchase in there.
Yeah, the project's going to take almost 3 years to complete. It'll be completed in 2024.
2024, they're estimating. It is a needed thing in Las Vegas to have this type of housing. And the way that this gets done is really by, the city basically giving it away for free.
Right.
And saying, as long as you do this with it, we're happy to do this.
Right.
We've
And
got.
so there's this one developer. How much millions was they spending to create?
I think they said $24 million is going to take to build this project. They obviously have their way of, I'm not sure how they plan on profiting from that, or
Right.
how they get their money back. I'm sure it's not just a donation of $24 million, but it's allowing them to do something that would then be very cost effective and make those homes affordable.
Right.
They're going to be 1 and 2 bedroom homes there. The thing why it makes some sense to me is because this site has been empty for a long time.
Yeah.
So why don't we do something with it? At some point, the city took it over, and they have had it for a long time. So when you have these pieces of land, especially interior in our city, you want to do something with it, not just have it sitting there doing nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, vacant shopping center for years.
Yeah. So
And we got quite a few of those now.
yeah. I mean, it was a 6-1 vote on the council to do this, and the only dissenting vote, they did say that they felt like the time frame to do it was too long. They wanted to see something that happened more quickly, and they also felt like the city wasn't really getting back the value that they could if they had decided to do some other things with it. The only thing I can say is it does remind me a little bit of how some projects get started. The projects, So let's hope that is not the case, that it turns out to be a wonderful thing for people who really do need this.
Now we're going to bring Mr. Prey to see what his predictions are for 2021.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what he has to say. Predicting.
He's going to have something good, I'm sure.
Yep.
What do you think he's going to say?
I don't know.
Me either.
Well, look who's here. If it's not the famous predicting.
Hello, Angela.
How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
Yeah. So I heard that you have some news for us when it comes to the market of 2021.
Well, I have some predictings.
You have some predictings?
I have some predictions.
What are we predicting?
Well, I think that, look, it's been very good, very boom, like I said.
Yeah.
All through.
Yeah, you predicted correctly for 2020.
Thank you for recognizing. But I must say that the sellers, they better get their act together because this boom is not going to keep boom. That doesn't mean it's going to tumble down like rock off cliff,
Right.
avalanche. It just means that this is the best time. Really, we're in the best time. It's the dying days of the good times to get sold.
Yeah.
It really is. You may not realize it for a little bit. It's going to take a little time for that to surface completely. But what I think is going to happen is everyone's going to get comfortable, and then everyone puts their properties on markets, and then the demand may not be as strong. Kind of, backwards from it was a backwards winter times, traditionally slow, but it wasn't slow. It was very robust. And then now I think that the summertime, mid-summertime, could actually slow down. But it could be a good buyer time. I don't think buyers will have troubles all year long. That's what I think. But the sellers are going to be in more competition. More competition for you sellers.
That's a good point. I agree with you, I think.
Yeah?
Yep.
Here's the thing. This is what I'm predicting. I predict that in the stock markets, the bond market, the market will go down, which means that interest rates will go up a little bit in the summer. Now, the thing is that the prices for homes make it kind of flat with more inventory. So for you buyers, it may not matter that the interest rate is a little wee bit higher. May not matter.
Makes sense.
So that is the prediction. Watch the bond market. Second quarter.
We shall see.
Yes. You want good interest rate? You get it now.
Now. So at the same token, if you're a buyer and you can, and there is a house for you, then
I see.
Take advantage of the interest rates.
I just think if you're buying for personal residence, you should buy now.
Yeah.
Because even if it's later, you'll find too. But buy any time in 2021. That's what I say. It may even be better by the end of year, but interest rate questionable. So now, good time.
Well, thank you so much for coming on to the Robin Ange Real Estate Show. We always look forward to having you. And it'd be interesting to see how your prediction plays out for 2021.
It will be, but I already know it's true.
We shall see. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Night. Off the phone, Rob.
I'm sorry.
Solar.
And something else.
Praise back.
Oh, yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Affordable housing.
Okay.
Well, they don't know that they were not real.
Well,
The developer,
Sorry, guys.
Oh my God, they're putting her to sleep.
No, I just haven't had my nappy in the last 5 or 6 days.
I like to take my naps.
Naps.
I predict you should get
Daily
naps.
naps.
I predict you get naps.
Okay, I need naps.
He's always a little bit of a wiggler. So what am I saying here? I'm saying...
I don't know. Well, it just doesn't seem like we're like...
Hey everybody, that was our show. I want to thank you for watching, and I think she does too. Maybe.
If you like this channel, you know what to do, right? Subscribe. Come on.
Sub it.
We
Sub
need
it.
subscribers. We're only at like 36, and we've been sitting at 36 for a minute. Support us so we can get bigger and maybe produce better better episodes.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Let us know if you give a schmizen.
But we are going to be creating 2 new characters very soon. I'm very excited about the new characters.
Me too.
Thank you so much for watching.
Rock on.
And do it peacefully.
And we'll see you on the next one.